where if you were to take all the termites, right? You took all the termites in this whole area and you put them in a pile, and you took all the elephants in the area and you put them in a pile, the termites would be much, much, much heavier than the elephants. So there are many more, or the proportion of animal biomass, in other words, the mass or the weight of all the animals out here, the greatest number or the greatest contributor to the weight is termites. Can you believe it? There's so many of them. They're also very tiny, but there are also many, many, many millions and billions of them that they make up more weight than all the elephants, all the buffalo, all the zebra, all the impala, and indeed all the people that live around a place like the Greater Kruger Park. Isn't that amazing? I think that's astounding. Right, we've now reached the area where I saw the leopard this morning, and so we're hopefully going to see if we can find her somewhere in the bush here. Now, I lost her this morning very easily, and you can see how. Imagine you were a leopard walking along the road, and a car came behind you. It would be easy for you to see. Now imagine this leopard does this. It walks off the road, and remember, a leopard is small. A leopard is the size of, say, a Labrador retriever. And now the leopard is moving through the bush like this. Can you imagine how easy it would be to disappear if this is how tall you were? And all you do when you want to look up, see what's going on, what you're trying to hunt, is look up like this and then go back down again, and you'd start to hunt like this. And it's an amazing feeling, I tell you what, being this height in the grass. So if I was stalking you and you were sitting where you are, you'd have to be looking very carefully in order to be able to see me. And this is what a leopard would do. It would wait here until you turned your back, and then it would sit up and look. And as you looked away or looked towards it, it would go down like this, and then it would wait. And a leopard is the most patient thing in the world. They wait and they wait and they wait. And that's why this grass is great for leopards at this time of the year, because for them, they need cover. They need this cover to hunt. So in the winter time, they will normally hunt in the night. And in the summertime, when the grass is long like this and there's lots of bush everywhere, well, then they're going to walk in the middle of the day. And so everything's got to be that much more careful in the summertime. Right, Israel, you were asking a question about how we learn to track animals. Well, I'm just going to quickly check myself for ticks, of which there are many, which means I'm going to have to be very careful when I get home, have a big shower, scrub myself clean. Israel, learning to track it's not easy. It takes a lot of time. It takes a huge amount of practice. And it's not rocket science. In other words, you don't have to be the most brilliant person in the world to learn to do it, but you've got to have a few very good qualities. The first is a great set of eyes. The second is you've got to have amazing patience, because to learn to track is a slow process. You have to learn to be able to identify which tracks are fresh, which tracks are old, how far you think the animal's gone, and then you have to be very, very patient. So on a road like we've been walking on, well, then it's pretty easy. And we had some nice tracks there, but unfortunately they've gone. Then when you come off the road, here is something that is probably not obvious to someone like you, because you've never seen it before. But this is the track of an elephant. It's put its foot here, it's dug up this piece of grass, and it's probably eaten half of it and then spat the rest out, and then it's walked. Now look over here. You can see where it's walked because it's summertime. And so the grass is long, and you can see the grass is flat, and it's walked straight through here. Look at this. This is a really nice track. And then you have to decide, well, I can see where this animal went, but how fresh is this track? How do I know when this animal went through here? Because maybe it was last week, and then I'm going to be wasting my time. And then, so we go to a piece of grass like this, for example, and we pick it up, and we have a look, and we think, when do I think this was broken off? And I can see that if I put it close to the new grass that's still growing, I can see that it's not really the same color. In fact, it's quite a lot more dull. So it looks to me like this grass was probably about maybe 3 or 4 days. It's been lying here dying and getting hot in the sun. And then I can break it and I can see, yeah, this is not new grass. This track's not worth following. I can see where it goes because it's summertime, the grass is long, and the elephant has obviously made an easy path for us to follow. But I can tell that it's not fresh. And so that's basically how we start to find animals. It's a hugely, hugely complicated thing. And you know, there are people out here who have been tracking for 10, 20, 30 years sometimes, and still they learn something new about it every single day. Let's head across to Taylor. She has got, I think, one of the most beautiful animals in all of Africa.
You are quite correct in saying that, James. We've actually been very lucky in seeing, well, 2 of the animals out in the African wilderness that have got the most gorgeous patterns. And, of course, a giraffe is one of them. And this is a big boy giraffe. So we call giraffes bulls, and the boys we call bulls, and then the girls we call cows, and the babies we call calves, just in case you were wondering. Now, it may look like he's eating on that tree that's just behind him, but he isn't. He is doing something which is called ruminating. You'll probably learn about it in school in biology, and a lot of different world will ruminate. Actually, stuff to watch, and we may be able to see it as about a little bit of signal dip. Let's see if we can watch it go down his throat. There we go. So he's almost finished. Now watch carefully there. You're going to see he's going to regurgitate another ball up. What? Did you see that? Did you see how the food went up his throat and back into his mouth again? Now we have to watch. We have to count how many times he chews. I think that's about 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And that's actually quite a cool experiment to do because every giraffe will be different. But can you imagine trying to count how many times they chew that cud before they swallow it? Maybe we'll try the next time. Now, Jacob, you were actually wondering how they eat. So they eat leaves. They've got long tongues and long necks so that they can reach to the tops of the trees. And then, once they've finished eating as much as they can eat, wait, let's quickly watch. He's going to swallow again. He's swallowed. Let's watch. He's going to regurgitate. It's coming up. Wow, there it is. Did you see that? 3, 4, let's count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. He's chewing a lot. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. We're getting to the end. 28,